today mathematics lesson for this upcoming WAEC JAMB examination. So you are welcome back. In our previous class, we discussed about Surds, which we were able to solve a lot of questions, like 8 questions already in Surds. We get the definition of Surds. We discuss how to the rules that govern the Surds, the rules of regulation. So let's mark today attendance. Your name and where you're watching for. Let's mark today attendance, your name and where you are watching us from. Let's mark today attendance, your name and where you are watching us from. Let's mark today attendance, your name and where you're watching us from. So welcome back to this the 13 live mathematics lesson for this upcoming WAEC examination. Mathematics lesson. So if you're joining us, don't forget to like and share this with your friends. Spread the live and share this with your friends. Let's mark today attendance. So we are still waiting for others to join us. Let's like this, give a like to this live and share with your friends. Give a like this live before we start and share with your friends. God bless you guys as you do so. Share with your friend. Share with your friend Let's mark to that attendance, your name and where you're watching us from. Let's mark today attendance, your name and where you are watching us from. Just have 1 hour to spend in this live. So immediately it is 8:05. We start. Immediately it's 8:05. We start the live. So let's mark today attendance, your name and where you're watching us from. Let's mark today attendance, your name and where you are watching us from. Let's be fast with that. Let's mark today attendance, your name and where you are watching us from. Refer your friends. Share this live with your friends. Sorry, I think the network was somehow just right or failed. So let's mark today attendance. We have 2 minutes to start. We have 2 minutes to start a live. Your name and where you're watching us from. Let's mark today attendance. Okay, you have a question concerning the why do we multiply both sides with a different number? Okay, why multiply both sides with a different number? No, this question is a multiplication. Let me start from that part. You're asking me that why did I multiply both sides? In equation 8 by different number? This is the question that it was given. We are set to evaluate that is root 48 multiplied by root 28. That is what we're trying to solve. So in this place, if you look at this, root 48 is not a basic form of surd. In the basic form of surd, for a question or for the expression to be in the basic form of sum, the value of this 48 when it is breaking down, one of the factors must not be a perfect square. Again, must not be a perfect square. And in this place, when I convert it, I'm trying to find the prime factor to know maybe it's the perfect square. So when I find the prime factor, I divide it 2 divided by this until I get this. I have, if you look at it, I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 will give us 16. And 16 times 3 will give us what? 48. I get now. It give us 48. Now, that will be 3 times 16 will give 48. So that is why this one is multiplied by 48. So likewise, this part, they are not, if you say 3 cannot be divided by this what are 28. So this is what I did here. That is what I did here. So the number, likewise, this one we did here is this addition. The one we did in number 7 and the other is this addition. So we look at the number that is common to both sides, but in multiplication is different. I get now. Multiplication is different. So that is the reason why this multiplication, why I multiply this one and this one, they are not the same. That is the reason why this one multiplied by 4 and this one multiplied by 16 multiplied times 3, 4 times 7. So it is different. Yes, and that is why they are not the same. I get now. So that is why what I use to multiply this one is different from this one. Likewise, the addition and subtraction we did at this place, they are the same. The reason is that we have to what? There's sometime it may not be the same. It may not be the same. Just like this question is like to be the same. So that is the reason why. So they get it now. Do you get it now? Do you understand it now? Tokwe, I hope it is clear now. Let me know. I hope it is clear now. I hope it is clear now. Let me know, please. So let's welcome back to our today business, where we continue from where we start last week. I mean, in our previous lesson, rather, in previous last class, the where we stop. So let's start from there. It's okay. Say, but what if it is addition, sir? Okay, what is, because what we solve in the question 8, question 7, it is combination of addition and subtraction. Okay, sometimes when you are solving it, what's just left for you to check that. The first thing to just make that, I think I explained last week, is to check that the number that's inside the root, are they perfect, are they in basic form of sort? That is what we check. And how do you know that? You look at the factor of the number. Okay, the factor of the number here may not be the same as this. So because this one are the same, but if you look at something that can divide all two, if they have the same number that can divide all two, it is very easy for you to detect that all this one are they are not a basic form of sort. If you look at the number, that you can easily remember there's a certain number that is common to both and that number that is common to both given expression, it is what is a basic form of sort. If you have a square root of, like this one is root 3, is a basic form of sort because it cannot be break down later, like one of the factors can be perfect. You understand? So that is why I for the first try to make that we shall understand. So that is the main reason why it should be for addition, but multiplication, they are multiplied together. They are multiplied together. So that is the reason why it is that. So it doesn't matter that if it is addition, if it's subtraction, do you understand? If it's addition. Sorry guys, as the network just went off now. I don't just know what just happened. Sorry for that. Sorry for the network that went off. Sorry for the network that went off. Sorry for that. It's the network that just cut off now. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Tokwe, are you still there with me? Tokwe, are you still there with me? How it is well? How do you got it now? I hope you're getting it now. Hello guys, can you hear me? Okay, yes, it's network issue. It's network issue. It's network issue. That is what I cause it. So let's move to the business. Let's go. Let's move on to the business of today. Let's move on to the business of today. It's the network that has the issues because if the ESF, the network is not that stable. Okay, so hope you guys are there. So let's look at this question. Okay, before I will explain this question, I would like to explain something for you called the rationalization. Okay, when you're given a question to rationalize, rationalization of a sort, it means that it's a process of omitting irrational number from the denominator. Take note of that. If you're given a question, and if you're given a question, the shit that is to rationalize or to simplify, like this question, I in discover it has fraction, and in the fraction it has what? Irrational number. That means that you use a rationalization method to solve it. And what are the rationalization method? Rationalization method is a process of omitting irrational number from the denominator. Now, let's look at this question now. Let me use this question to explain what I just explained, what I just said now. Let me use this question to explain it for more better understanding. The question is simplify 4 minus 1 over 2 minus root 3. Now, if it is to say, the sometimes the message is rationalize, okay, sometimes the message is simplify. So in this one, we want to simplify this question. And how do we simplify this question? The first thing is to take a look at this now. Let's write the solution. Let me say we have the solution. The first thing to take a look, let me write the expression out. That is 4 minus 1 over, that is 2 minus root 3. I get now. Now the first thing I have to take note in this part, when I look at this first part here, it is not in fraction. This part is in fraction. I get that. Now what you just have to do here is to make this part as fraction and by introducing over 1 to it. How we are following? So the next thing we have to do is that now since we have said that what this part is a fraction and both are a fraction, is to find what the LCM of the denominator. I get down is to find the LCM of the denominator. Now let's look at the LCM of the denominator. We have denominator, we have 1 and 2 minus root 3. Now the LCM of 1 and 2 minus root 3 is what? Is 2 minus root 3. So that's why to be over. We have 2 minus what? Root 3. That will be the LCM. Now this one to be equal to get the value of this what to get the how many one can you see in 2 minus root 3? It is 2 minus root 3. So 2 minus root 3 multiplied by 4, that will be what? 4 open brackets. Okay, I use this 4 to multiply by 2 because how many times can you see 1 in 2 minus root 3? It goes what? In 2 minus root 3 times. So this 2 minus 3 multiplied by this form, that will give us what? As 2 minus what? Root 3 close bracket. After we have minus. I hear that. Now the next thing here, how many 2 minus root 3 can you find in 2 minus 3? So 2 minus root 3 divided by 2 minus 3, that is 1. 1 times 1 here, that gives us as what? As 1. Are you following? Are we following the class? Let me hear for you guys. I hope it is well understood to this test. Do you have any question? Are you fit to go? Okay, now let's go. Now let's have to do the next thing to do here is to open this bracket. So let's open this bracket. Okay, we have what? If 4 times 2 here, 4 times 2 here, that's equal to what? 8. Okay, 4 times minus root 3, that gives us what? Minus what? 4 what? This one is 8. 4 times 2, we have 8. Rather, I'm supposed to write 8 here. We have 8. This one is 4 times minus root 3, that gives us 4 what? Root 3. I get now. Now, the next thing you have to do, so we are open this bracket. At this time this we have this, and this time this we have the. Now that will be what? We have minus 1 left, and also divided by. Okay, here we have a 2 minus root 3. Now this one now becomes. Now, if you look at this and we have 8 here, you can see that 4 minus 8. This 4 is attached with this what? Root 3. So you cannot minus 4 from this 8 because this 4 is just like this was just like we have s here. Again, this one is just unknown number. This one is just unknown number. Why this one is 4 minus root 3? This one does not stand alone. I get on. It's only this one that started alone. And now you just like correct like that. 1 minus 8, that will give us 7. If we subtract this one minus this 8, we give us 7. So therefore we have 7 minus, that is 4 what? Root 3. Okay, root 3 divided by, we have 2 minus root 3. Now we are breaking down from this part to this part. Now, whenever you see expression like this in Surds, whenever you see expression like this in Surds, the first one to come to your mind is to rationalize the question. Sometimes they may give you the question to rationalize. So this question will lead to what? Rationalization of Surds. Now I explained it earlier. If you're talking about rationalization, is blur is not cleared. Oh, maybe it is network in your place there, Dick. Maybe it is network in your place there. So in this place, when you have expression like this, I say this called what? Is this expression like look like what? Rationalization. So rationalize it. Okay. Now, how do you rationalize this particular question? And before now, I explained that rationalization is a process of omitting irrational number from the denominator. Now, you have a rational number here, which is for root 3. So we want to find the process of removing this one, root 3 from this one denominator here. Now, how do we remove root 3 from this one denominator? In order to remove it, that will remember the conjugate of Surds. Now, you multiply both sides, both numerator and denominator, by the conjugate of this one numerator. What I mean by the conjugate, it means that this sign here will change to plus. So if you multiply both sides by the conjugate of this numerator, that will be these two. This sign will change to plus. We multiply by the what? The numerator here, and also multiply by what? By the denominator itself. So to rationalize this question now, we have to go that we have 7 minus 4 what? Root 3 divided by, we have 2 minus root 3, okay, multiplied by this numerator, multiplied by the conjugate of this what? Of this numerator. That will be equal to 2 plus the sign will change to plus root what? Root 3. The same thing we also multiply by the denominator, that is 2 plus root 3. I get now. So that is the conjugate. That is how you rationalize what? A given question. If the question says that rationalize this question, this mathematical expression is to multiply both numerator and denominator by the conjugate. By the conjugate of the word of the denominator. So the conjugate, this sign will change. So if the sign here is minus, the sign, the multiplication is to be changed to plus, and if the sign here is plus, all this one will change to what? Minus. I get down. So that simply means that this one, okay, is multiplied by this, okay, just like we have a two bracket, and this one also is also multiplied by what? By this. Now let's do the simple mathematics. Let's do the simple multiplication here. Now this one, it will be equal to, so when you multiply it, now that will be 7 times 2 here, we give us as 14. Okay, 7 times I'm using this one to open this bracket. 7 times 2 we have 14. Now go to the second time. 7 times root 3, that gives us as what? As plus what? 7 root 3. Because we are plus 7 times plus root 3, that gives us what? 7 root 3. Now we have done with this one. Let's move to the next one, which is what? Minus 4 root 3 times 2. That equals 4 times 2 here. Is it this one? I'm multiplying this 2 here. That's equal to what? 8. So that means that we have a minus what? 8 root 3, because it's multiplied by this root 3. Now, minus times plus here, that is minus, okay? 4 root 3 multiplied by root 3, that will give us what? This root 3 multiplied by root 3, that gives us root 9. So it means that we have 4 what? Root 9. I get down. So everything divided by, okay, so the denominator now, let's solve the denominator. So in the denominator, that will be 2 times 2, that will be equal to what? 4. I get down. Now 2 times root 3, we have said the 2 times 2, now we go to 2 times root 3, that gives us, we have plus here, that is plus what? 2 what? Root 3. Now we are moving to the second part here. Minus root 3 times 2, that gives us minus 2 what? Root 3. Now minus root 3 times root 3, that will give us what? Minus what? Minus times minus will give us minus root 3 times root 3, that gives us root of 9. So to be equal to, now from this place now, if we look at this now, we have what? 14 here. Okay, that will be 14. Now we have plus 7 root 3 minus 8 root 3. Plus 7 root 3 minus 8 root 3, that will give us what? Minus root 3. I get now. We give us minus root 3 because we're starting 8. Just like the coefficient here, we have root 3 is common to both sides there. So that's why I need to subtract this one 8 from this 7. That gives us what? Minus what? Root 3. I get now. Now we have what? Minus. We have 4. Now root 9 is a perfect square. Root 9 is equal to 3. So it means that this will become what? 3. 3 times this 4. That is what? Times of this 4. Okay, divided by. Instead of applicable to here, we have 4 here. So here we have 4. Okay, here is plus 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3. That will give us minus. This one will give us 0. Because if you subtracting what? This plus root 3, this was plus 2 root 3, and what? Minus 2 root 3 will give us 0. So this one will cancel, becomes 0. Now we come to this way, minus this one root 9, which is equal to 3. So we have a minus what? 3. This root 9 is a perfect square, and root 9 is equal to 3. So that is why this one will be root 3. This one will give us 0, because just like 1 minus 1 here, just like 2 minus 2 here, we have 0. So this one will give us 0. I get now. So we have this. Now let's do the simple mathematics here. This one is 4 times 2 here, 4 times 3 here. This will give us what? 4 times 2 here. We have 12. So this one will give us 12. We have minus 12 here. So if you collect like time to this one, that will be equal to what? 14. Okay, 14 minus 12. Okay, because this and this will give us minus 4 times 3 will give us minus 12. So this minus 12 is what I bring to this place. That's why I have 14 minus 12. And we have a minus 13 there. And minus root 3, we have minus what? Root 3 divided by. Now in this part, 4 minus 1. 4 minus 3 rather, we have this what? 1. So now if we divide 1 by this, it will give us this. Now 14 minus 12. 14 minus 12, what do we get? We get as what? As 2. Okay, if we subtract 14, if we subtract 12 from 14, we get what? As 2. I get that. Now we have root 3 left. That is what? Root 3. So the answer is equal to the, if we still divide by 1, we still get 1. So when you have this expression, this is the answer, and this is the step by step to solve it. Do you have any question before we move to the next example? Do you have any question before we move to the next example? Any question? If you have any question, let me know. If you have any question, or if it is well understood, let me know in the comment section, please. If it is well understood, let me know in the comment section, please. I hope it is well cleared. Shall we move to the next question? Okay, ask me that it is a white question. So the whiteboard is not clear to say the steps. Hey, maybe it is a network over there. Okay, maybe it's a network over there. It is clear. You do. The way you guys are watching it, I also have other phone to test it. It's also clear there. It's very clear with on my phone here. Maybe it is your network there that caused it. Okay, maybe it's a network that caused it. Just leave the live and come back. Okay, leave the live and come back. It should be clear. It is the network that caused it in your place there. You understand? Okay, let me back to your question. Tokwe. You are saying that is this WAEC question or JAMB? This question is a JAMB question. Okay, this particular question here is a JAMB question. Okay, it's a JAMB question. Just like I don't write the options, it's a JAMB question. Just so let me give you one question now from WAEC question, for one past question. Let me pick one question for one past question. Let me pick one question from WAEC past question. Okay, I'm checking. Maybe I will say. Okay, let's look at this WAEC past question. I just got one now. Let's look at the words back question. How do you have any question before I move to the next one? So it's a design. Okay, so it's a design in one confusing me. The plus and minus. Oh, sign. Which part is one that is confusing you there? In which of the sign that is confusing you there? This one is plus or minus. This one is plus. It is when I open the bracket you're talking of. If you're lower. It is when I open this bracket. It is the one that is confusing you. Let me know so we can move further. Okay, waiting for your comments. Let me be writing the question where you love to solve. Let me be writing the question. I'll be waiting for your response, follower. So let's look at the question 10. Okay, look at the question 10. So in this one, the question says we should find the value of s. Okay, we're trying to find the value of s. So we have the option, we have the question. Okay, let me write the question. That is we have root 2 divided by that is okay, we have s minus root s minus root 2 equal to the same thing applicable to this one. We have 1 divided by, okay, we have s minus, okay, this one is plus, we have plus here, okay, we have plus here, and this one is minus, and here is minus what, 2 or 2. And we try to find the value of s. You want to find the value of s. Okay, let me write it out. Okay, find the value, okay, of s. We're trying to find the value of s. This is a WAEC past question. I'm finding this for the WAEC past question. So this is from WAEC past question. So let's solve it together. If follower, okay, it was when I open the bracket. Okay, let me quick explain that one for you guys. You know what I did there when I opened this bracket. When I open this bracket, if follower, are you listening? So you know, in this place we have what 7 times 2 here, we give us 14. You know that Here we have a 7 multiplied by plus 3 plus root 3 will give us our what? Our 7 root 3. Now we have solved with this part. So if you look at the second pattern, it is minus is at the front of it. So it's just like what? Minus 4 root 3 multiplied by 2. So it's the sign here is just what? Plus, which is not visible. So if you say minus times plus, will give us what? Minus. If you are multiplying minus times plus, okay, will give us what? Minus. You understand? So minus times plus here will give us minus. So we have 4 times what? For 4 times 2 here will give us 8. So that is why I have what? Minus, because we have root 3 here, minus 8 root 3. Do you understand now? Now the same is applicable to this minus times plus here we have minus. So that is why the sign of this one changed to minus. Minus times minus here, that is why it changed to what? To minus at this way. Because minus will affect this plus here, we turn to minus. So 4 times root 3, we have what? Root what? 4 root what? Root 4. 4 root 3 times what? Root 3, that gives us what? 4 root 9. Because this 3 multiplied by what? 3 will give us 9. Do you understand now? That is how I solve it. That is why it is being solved. Do you understand now? If follower, and just that is why if you know that arithmetic, how to solve question, how the use of minus, if you have something like this, okay, let me just bracket this place so I can explain this one out. Now if you still remember, when you have plus times, if plus multiply by plus will give us plus. If you have the same sign, multiply and self will give us positive. And if you have minus what times what minus, minus times minus is still plus because they have the same sign, will give us positive. But if one of the sign is different, when minus times what plus will give us minus because the sign is different, it will produce what negative. And also if you have plus times, if you also have plus times what plus minus, this one is plus times minus, it's also give us what minus. I get now. So if you understand this one, all this one is very easy. But if you can make a mistake, if you don't understand this arithmetic, if you made a mistake while you are solving this time. Now let's go to the business of the next business. What should we dive in it? I'm sorry, this live will end by 9. I have some assignment to attend to. I have some lot of my class, my students to attend to tonight. So I'm sorry for that. So let's look at how we solve this question. If this question is being given to solve, how do you attempt to solve it? Now let's look at it. So the first thing is to observe the question. If you observe this question, now you can see that this part is a root 2 over s plus root 2. Equal to 1 divided by s minus root 2. I get them. They are both what? Multiplied together. I get them. They are both what? In fraction. This one are in fraction. Now, you take a survey. Since this part is a fraction and this part is a fraction, and they are separated by minus, and they are separated by equal to, you can multiply. But if you have two parts, and both parts are in fraction, and they are separated by plus, or they are separated by plus or minus, you find what? The LCM. But this one is separated by what? This part of fraction is separated by equal to, you multiply. So that means that this part we are multiplying. Okay, this one we are multiply, this one multiply by this, and this one multiply by this. Now that to be equal to this multiply by this, that you have what? Root 2. Okay, open bracket, multiply by the denominator here, that is what? S minus what? Root 2, close bracket. Now this one multiply by this, that will be equal to s plus root 2 multiplied by 1, that gives us s what plus what? Root 2. Now let's solve it now in a very easy way. So let's open this bracket. Root 2 times s, that gives us what? S what? Root 2. So s root 2. And now we have what? Root 2 times root 2, that gives us minus. We have minus. Root 2 times root 2, that will give us what? Root 4. Equal to, we have s equal to s. This one is root 2 is equal to s plus what? Root 2. I get them. Now, what we just have to do here is we collect like time. Okay, let's go. This place is a root 4 here is a perfect square. So if you make this one a perfect square, we have our s what? Root 2. Okay, to be equal to. is not equal to s root 2 minus root 4, which is equal to what? That is equal to 2. Root 4 is equal to 2, and to be equal to, we have s plus what? Root 2. Are you following? I hope you get it to the extent. If you get it, let me know in the comment section so we can proceed with the next one. In the next step, I hope it is well understood. So let's move to the next step. I hope it is well understood. So let's move to the next step. I want you to be following the class. So let's move to the next step. Okay, I should re-explain. Okay, so let me re-explain it funny. Let me explain it again. Now, that is why I say that they'll always drop if you don't understand. So it will be very easy for me to start again. Now, let me explain it. What I observe here, when you are given a question, okay, I have two parts are both in fraction and they're separated by equal to, you cross multiply. Okay, you can multiply. But if they are separated by maybe plus or minus, if they are separated by plus or minus, you find what the SCM of the denominator. That is what we did in the question 9. Okay, you find the SCM of the denominator. But in this way, they are separated by what? Equal to, we cross multiply. So we cross multiply. Now the next thing you have to, this one we multiply by this. The numerator here multiply by the denominator of the second part. The numerator here will multiply by the denominator of the second part. I get that, mean that this one multiply by this, and this also multiply by what? By this. I get now. Now, if you come to this place now, if you open this, the root 2 multiplied by s minus root 2, we have it as this. That's why I put it back because of 2 times. I have to put it back here. So 1 times this, we have what? S plus what? Root 2. Just that now. Now, and now come, if I open this bracket now, this one root 2 times s. That gives us s root 2. This is root 2 I write here. Is root 2 I wrote here. We have root 2 here. Now, root 2 times root 2, that gives us what? Root 4. So this one, we write this one back, s plus root 2, we have it back. Now, we have what? S root 2 here. This root 4 is a perfect square. This root 4 here is a perfect square. I get down, it's a perfect square. This root 4 is a perfect square. So root 4 is given as what? As 2. So that is why I have this one as 2, and this is what I write it back. They get it now. Talk well. I hope it is well understood. Shall we continue? Shall we continue? Let me hear for your response so we can move to the next step. Shall we continue? Talk well, I'm waiting for your response. Shall we continue? Tope, are you there? Shall we continue? I need a response before I move further. So I want us to follow it. I need a response before I move further. Okay, we can proceed. Okay. So let's proceed. Now, the next thing you have to do here, in this place, let's collect the lag time. We have one I have SA, just odd number here. So let's collect lag time. If we should collect lag time here, this one, let's take this S to this part, and let's take this one minus 2 to this part. So that means that we have our S. Okay, S root 2. S root 2. If they take this S to this part, let's give it as minus 1. Because the sign here is plus, which does not visible. When it comes to the other part here, we change what to minus. That will give us what? Minus what? S. Now that will be equal to, let's take this minus 2 to the other part here, So after taking this one from this way, it remains what? Plus what? Root 2. So we write as root what? Root 2. Okay, done. So this minus 2, when it comes to the other side there, we turn to what? Plus 2. So we have plus 2 here. Are we get now? Now, let's continue with it. Now, the next step we have to do here now, if you look at this, we can factorize this because s is common to both sides. S is common to this time and this time. So if you take s outside, we have s here and the open brackets. S divided by s root 2, that gives us what? Root 2. Okay, s divided by s here, that is what? Minus 1. We have minus 1 here. If you open the bracket, s times root 2 here will give us what? S root 2. S times minus 1 will give us what? S here. So means that when we factorize this, we have it as this, and to be equal to, that is what? Root 2 plus what? Plus 2. Now, next step now, so we're told to find the value of what? We're told to find the value of s. Now, to get the value of s now, you need to divide both sides by the coefficient of s. You divide both sides by the coefficient of s, and what are the coefficient of s is the number that attached to it, which is root 2 minus 1 is the coefficient of s. So it means that all this part will be divided by what? By root 2, okay, minus 1, and this one also divided by root 2, okay, minus 1. So root 2 cancel, root 2 minus 1 cancel, sorry, root 2 minus 1 cancel root 2 minus 1 here. I get now. So this one we cancel this. So it means that we have our s what to be equal to so it will be equal to this. That's equal to what? Root 2 plus 2 over root 2 plus 2 over root 2 minus 1. I get now root 2 plus 2 minus root 2 minus 1. So this is the value of s. But if you look at it now, the value of s there in a short form is it as irrational, is it an irrational number as the denominator. So you have to find the process, you have to rationalize it in order to remove what? Irrational number for the denominator. Do you understand? Now, how do we rationalize it now? Use the method I used in the previous one. It means that, well, let's forget about this s first. So let's solve this one now. To get the value of s now, we have given expression to be equal to this. Now, but this one expression, the value of s, is say as what? Rationalization in the numerator. You have to remove this irrational number from this numerator by rationalization what? This. Now, how to rationalize it now? Let's write this one out. We have what? We have root 2 plus 2 divided by, that is what? Root 2, okay, minus 1. Now, to rationalize it now, you multiply both the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. So that means that this one multiplied by what? Root 2, okay, plus, the sign here is minus, this one change to plus 1, okay, divided by the same thing applicable. We have what? Root 2 is multiplied by root 2 plus 1. I get now. So that is why we rationalize it now. Now let's solve it in a step by step. Now for this space now, we shall move further. So for this space now, it's just like this one is multiplied by this. Okay, it's multiplied by this one, and let's just put it in bracket for better understanding. So let me just open the bracket. Now it's root 2 times root 2 here. This one multiplied by 2. Root 2 times root 2 here, that gives us as root 4. We have root 4. Root 2 times 1, we have plus. Root 2 times 1, that is what? Root 2. Now we are done with this one, multiply by this and this. Now the second one, that is plus what? Plus 2 times root 2, that is what? 2 what? Root 2, okay. Plus times 1, we have plus, okay. 2 times 1, we have 2. So we have done what? This numerator. So let's go to the what? The denominator. So the denominator, we have root 2 times root 2, that will give us as what? As root 4. So you have root 4. Root 2 times plus 1, that will give for us what? As root what? As root 2. Now we have done with this one. So minus 1 times root 2, that gives us minus what? Root 2. Because the sign here is plus. Minus times plus here will give us minus. That will give us minus. So now minus times plus here, that gives us minus. 1 times 1, that is 1. I get now. So we have done with it now. We have expanded out. Now let's move to the next step. So the next step here now, you look at the one that have a perfect square. So if you look at this one, root 4 is perfect square, which is what? Which is 2, okay? And this way we have what? This one is root 2, and this one is plus what? Root 2. Root 2 is coming to both sides there. So yeah, root 2 plus 2 root 2. Means that the coefficient of this root 2 here is 2, and the coefficient of root 2 here is 1. I get that. Means just the coefficient of root 2 here is 1. What you just have to do here is to multiply 1 plus 2 here. That gives us as 3. So the answer of root 2 plus 2 root 2 is equal to what? 3. That gives us plus what? Is equal to what? 3 what? Root 2 rather. It gives us as 3 root 2. Now we have a plus what? Plus 2. So everything divided by. Now the same thing here. Root 4 here is equal to 2. Okay. Now we have plus. And look at this one. This one is plus root 2 minus root 2. They are the same. So and the sign is different. That's just like 1 minus 1 here, that gives us a 0. So this one we cancel because the sign they have different sign, because here is root 2 plus root 2 minus root 2 will give us 0. So here becomes 0. Here we have minus 1 here to be what? Minus 1. Now to be equal to, now we have 2 here and we have 2 here. 2 plus 2, that gives us 4. Here we have 4, and 4 was plus 3 root what? Root 2 divided by 2 minus 1, that is equal to what? 1. So 1 divided by this, that means that therefore our s now is equal to 1 divided by this, that is what? 4. Okay, it's equal to 4 plus 3 root what? Root 2. So this one does not have what? Irrational number argument. Okay, so it means that the value of s is equal to what? The value of s is equal to 4 3 root 2. So that is the step by step to solve this mathematics question. Do you have any question? So how do you get 3 root 2? Now let me explain that. How did I get that towards 3 root 2? This is how I get it. Now take a look at this part. We have plus root 2 here, plus 2 root 2 here. Root 2 and root 2, they are the same. They are of the same family. I get them. Now the coefficient of root 2 here is what? Is 1. The coefficient of root 2 here is 1. And the coefficient of root 2 here is what? Is 2. That means that we have 1 plus 2. That gives us as 3. So it will be 3 times root 2. That's what I get what? 3 root 2. Talk about, do you get it now? Do you understand the way I explain it now? Okay, you understand it now. Okay, let me give you more question. Okay, let me give you just classwork to just do now. Let me give you one classwork to just do now, so you can quickly submit it. It will be very simple. Let me give you one question to solve. Let me give you one question to solve. So okay, this is the question. And the question says that if you rationalize so okay, let me now the question 11. So the question says that you rationalize, okay, rationalize. The question says you rationalize, we have a 2 roots 3 minus, okay, let me write it very well so it can be well cleared for you guys. It's called 2 root 3. We have root 3, okay, and minus we have root 2 divided by we have root 3 plus we have root 2. So the question said that if you rationalize this question. Now how do you solve it? Let me hear your answer in the comment section. So how do you solve this question if the question says we should rationalize it? how we solve this question and give it a try. Should I give you as assignment? I have something. The time is almost 9 dots, and I have something that I would love to do. I have some class with my VIP students, a lot of them students here. So let's just make it like this as assignment. So you can copy it down, copy the question down. The question says you rationalize. We have 2 root 3 minus root 2 divided by, we have root 3 plus root 2. So if we say that, okay, let's make it assignment, right? Okay, let's make it assignment. So submit it to my DM. Submit to my DM. So if you're just joining us, you can also submit it. Let me just write my phone number out. Okay. Oh, set my, oh, sorry. Okay, I'll make sure. Let me see how I can download it. So write the assignment down. I will send it to you. Okay, I will send it to you tonight. Immediately I end this live, I will send it to you. You understand? I will send it to you immediately. I end this live. I will send it to you. So I'm sorry for not take the live log today. I have some appointments and I have to attend to it. So just like we have a new student from outside the country, I was told to attend to it. So it's very sorry for that. A lot of work. I mean today, even though the way I'm just explaining, also I'm a little weak. Because I have a lot of activities that I've done today. So let's just write it down. So I will send you the material for that set for the story that I requested for it. So if you need this, let me write this my phone number is 080 okay 6285 okay 3040. So you can message me on WhatsApp. Okay, I'll send you the material. So you can message me on WhatsApp. That is Makosh. So write the assignment down. Do you have any question before I end the live? Do you have any question? So instead of no question, shall we end the live here? So let me say, I hope you guys are reading the assignment. So have we all read the assignment? I want to try to take the. So let me see how the material. I don't think I get the complete. Let me see, maybe I can still get it. This is page 1. Okay. Let me say the material. Material is not there. So. Okay, please, this last question you solve. Scroll it down. Okay, I'll scroll it down. Okay, sorry for that. Let me scroll it down. It is okay. It is okay the way I scroll it down. Okay, I'll try to write it down. That is good. I hope you are right. You have written your assignment. I hope you have written your assignment. Okay. So let me see the material. Let me see we can still have the set here. I don't think it is complete at this point. Let me see the sets. page. The previous one is still loading. Okay, the previous one has deleted. This is set material. This is set material. Okay, well, I think we only have some parts here. Okay, this is set material. So I think that, okay, I will print it out for you. I will send it out to you. I'll send it to your WhatsApp. Okay, I will send it to your WhatsApp. I think it's but I don't think that is the complete. This, let me check. Okay, I thought that. Okay, this question 6. Oh, it's not the complete one, and it's a problem. There's no problem. Okay, this is question 4 to 5 here. So I will send you the material for this. Let me even download it now. Okay. Let me say like PDF or page. How many page you have there? Page. So I will forward it. Just drop me in a WhatsApp. Let me send you this the PDF of the class. So let's move today. Let's end today class. Thank you guys. That should be tomorrow. So drop me in a WhatsApp. Don't miss our WhatsApp. By tomorrow, you should be ending this topic sort. So I will send you the PDF of this tomorrow, of this sort. I will send you the PDF tomorrow for the class. I'll send you the PDF tomorrow. So do you have any question now? I hope you guys have written your assignment down. So tomorrow again, we move to the continuation of this topic, and we shall be ending the live tomorrow. Thank you. God bless you. Let's meet again tomorrow for another interesting mathematics lesson. Bye.